So let's be real. There are some days that studying feels impossible. Your brain is too loud, you're overstimulated, you keep scrolling. And then you're also guilty for not doing anything productive that day, isn't it? And this video is for viewees, any learners who are in the exact same headspace. So today we're not romanticizing anything about hustle culture, but we're focusing on healing-based productivity. So to help students who are burnt out yet want to stay productive. So as a background, I'm a psychology major and also a medical school graduate, sharing with you my experience in psychology and medicine. So let's dive in. So this video will be divided into 4 parts. So for the part 1, we have understanding why burnout blocks your study. And number 2 is to regulate before you study. And for the part 3 is study in a healing-based format. And for the part 4 is to change what productivity means to you. So let's start. So for the part 1, understanding why burnt out blocks you. So let's talk about science. So when you're burnt out, your prefrontal cortex, the one responsible for focusing and executive function, is typically on low battery. So when you are overstimulated, your amygdala, the one responsible for releasing stress hormones when you're stressed, is typically hijacking the system, making it into a fight or flight response. So even if you want to study, when you're burnt out, it's telling your brain not now. We're in survival mode. So in psychology, we call that cognitive overload. So when your working memory is too full to function, it typically goes into a survival mode. So if you're zoning out in mid-sentence, it's not laziness, it's biology. Next, we have part 2, regulating before you study. So before you open your notes, your notebooks, our goal is to down-regulate the stress hormones that's being released by the amygdala. So here's how you can do that in under 10 minutes. First is to do a brain dump. Grab your notebook and write anything, even the nonsense ones. Write your whatever you think on that moment. Write anything because it gives your brain the permission to release. So it's literally like a brain dumping. Okay? Next, we have switch senses. So, our goal here is to turn off the loud noises from the TikTok ones and rather shift to a low steam playlist or brown noises or even silence to calm everything down. Okay? Next, we have number 3 is move your body. You can either stretch or even shake your arms or just walk around for at least 3 minutes because in this way, the movement calms your amygdala. And also, once you look around and see the plants, the green color calms your brain. Nice to know. Next, we have try the 4-7-8 breathing exercise. In 4-7-8 breathing exercise, you inhale for 4 seconds and then you hold for 7 seconds and then you exhale for 8 seconds and you repeat it for 4 times. So this breathing exercise signals safety to your body. So these things that I've mentioned isn't just aesthetic. It's backed with neuroscience and try it. It works. Now, for part 3, we will talk about studying in a healing-based format. So we will talk about the studying itself. So when you're overstimulated or stressed, we don't aim for perfection. We aim for a minimum effective dose. Like we want to study something, but not to be overwhelmed by the tons of the activities that we need to finish within a week. Okay? So let's try this 5 low effort high retention methods. Use voice notes. Try recording yourself explaining a topic. You can also try the Feynman technique if you're familiar with it. Feynman technique is a technique wherein you explain a specific topic in much simpler terms. Like you're talking to a 5-year-old child, because it gauges up to what extent did you know about the topic. And when you're listening to the voice notes that you've recorded, it reinforces your memory and mimics social learning. Use mind map, don't over highlight. Don't make your notes like a coloring notebook and then you get lost as to what color pertains to what. So since our brain loves visual things, mind maps not only helps create a connection between the topics but also gives you a creative and visual workspace. Next, use active recall method. It's very hard at first, but trust me, it can help you in the long run, especially if you want to have long-term memory about specific topics. So once you got home after attending a class, write down at least 5 to 10 topics that you've learned that day. So this enhances your memory and creates a long-term one rather than cramming it on the day before your exams. Next is to study in loops, not marathons. Try using the Pomodoro technique if you're not familiar with it. It's studying for 30 minutes and having a break at 10. And then do not use many resources. Try to focus on one because, mastery is better than trying to memorize everything from tons of topics, from tons of resources. And at the end, you don't. Next, use pair and rest. Try active task paired with a passive task. So, an example is an active task is you read a specific topic, and then the passive task is you listen to that topic, to that same topic within the day. You do not mix and match. Try focusing on a topic but pairing it with an active and a passive task. Okay? Last but not the least is to end with a reward. So give yourself a time to relax, like watching a short film or a film, or getting an ice cream, or taking a walk, because this rewires your brain into thinking not to fear any study sessions. Because the goal is to lower the resistance and not punish yourself into discipline. Next is part 4, changing what productivity means to you. So, let's challenge the thought of what productivity really means. Does productivity means finishing everything all at once and doing more than what you can? No, that's not productivity. So real productivity, even in burnout, means you're healing while working, doing what you can sustainably and consistently, and listening to your nervous system without giving up. Because burnout isn't just being lazy or just being tired. It's a misalignment between your output and your inner capacity to do something. So instead of studying 10 chapters all in one night, that's not productivity. You're literally draining the energy out of you. So try asking yourself, what can I do today? What specific task that is urgent that can I do today? So, if no one's told you today, your worth isn't tied up with how productive you are. So, when you're trying to move forward while honoring your limits, that's powerful. And you're not behind, you're building. So, try 1 to 2 tips from this video today and please be gentle with yourself. So, if this video helped or if you know someone who needs to hear this, so you can share it. And don't forget to subscribe for more healing based study content. So, see you in my next video. Bye!